Friday. Welcome to Friday live stream. This is Kathy, and I'm so happy you are here. This morning, we're going to look at Mixam's sample package that you get when you go onto their website and you are looking to. Oh my gosh! Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Sample package that you get when you what the heck? When you go onto their website and you okay, there we go. Wait a minute. There we go. Sample package that you get when you go onto their website and you okay. I got my mic on. Let me check and make sure that you guys can hear me. Hold on one second. I'm glad I came on early because that was like a non-start, right? Give me 1 second. Oh, I have a treat for you. Look, you can watch me now. Ta-da! I have a camera with me on the camera, so you can see me. Obviously, you can't see me in a second. I gotta tighten up my thing here. There we go. So it doesn't fall over. And there we go. There I am. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, there I am. Yeah, that's probably too much. Let's put me over here, shall we? I just want to check my volume on my computer to make sure you can hear me, and that should be fine. Let's see, YouTube. You guys, I am like grassroots old school here, okay? That's what's happening. This is like, I'm lagging. We are so old school here. Old school. Hold on. Let me just check and see if I can have volume. Can you hear me? Let's see. Let's check and see if I can have volume. Sounds like it. Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me. Yay! Welcome to Friday, you guys. I am so excited because it's super early, right? I usually come on at 10. Oh, look, check out my preparedness. I even have, I have the Mixam website up as well, so we can have a little chat. I have not used these guys. I am super excited to use them, especially, I've been excited to use them, but I'm especially excited to use them after getting this sample pack because it's very, very well done. Okay, so in the sample pack you get, let's just cut to the chase. In the sample pack, we're not gonna have any silly talks this morning. We're going right into this. Okay, do that better. Okay, you get these 5 pieces. I think you might even 5 pieces. Okay, and look at how they're printed. They're all designed. Oh, you can't see me now. They're all designed really nicely. Okay, let me just interject real quick. My goal is to be able to have you see me so we can interact on that level, but it not be like in the way. Okay. It's easier if I have a streaming platform, and I'm working on that, but right now this is what we got. So cheers. So it comes with 5 pieces, a 8.5 by 11 trifold brochure, a custom comic, a booklet, which is so, look at this delicious glossies. Look at the delicious glossy. Oh wait, a 5.5 by 8.5 flyer. And on it, it tells you exactly what the cover is, exactly what the text is. And how many sides it has and the size. And this is perfect. It even says sizes available. So you could get a catalog with any of these sizes. And this makes me really happy because it makes it so easy for me to pick out what I want to use. So the type of paper that I am thinking I'm going to use for this, and we're talking about my rose coloring and create book that I'm working on. Let me show you. Here's what I did yesterday for it. So it's another one of the pages will be this. And this is the package that the Mixam sample pack comes in this. It's just a envelope with a hard, so that's how it comes in the mail. So the paper I'm thinking of is, this is 120-pound uncoated cover. Really nice. I have to test these out with like water and coloring and this and that. And they also have two different types of printing. They have a digital and they have offset. So, I have to look through here. I haven't seen in this information, like it doesn't say this one was printed with digital or this one was printed with offset. But I will call them and ask them, and I think I'm going to be safe to use water and different things on it, because they actually, let me just show you this real quick. So on their website, this is my iPad. Let me just tilt it so you can see. If you can see, I'll try. I'm gonna try. We're just gonna make it. We're gonna make it work, right? Let me put some rocks under here so I can have a tilt for you. On their website, you will see. I'm just looking. I have a delay, but I'm just like trying to make sure that you guys can see this without too much glare. So they really do cater very well to people in our position. Obviously, we're their audience. But if you look here, if you go into, where did I go? Okay. Books, magazines and booklets, comics and zines, business and marketing, art and photography, share and sell. Okay, there is a section that's like just look at everything. And where is it? I was just there. Let's just go here. All products, that's it. Okay, all products. And look, you have a complete list of, because coloring isn't on the main page. It's booklets, magazines, catalogs, paperback, hardcover. And then if you dig a little deeper, there's comics and oh yeah, up here. So then we have this additional menu up here. But if you just go to books and you go to all products, actually even here, so you can see there's all kinds of books you can do. And I do like how they break it down into books that people would actually be looking for, So, I mean, for instance, a hardcover book and a family history book might use kind of the same technology and the same paper and the same whatever, but they name them for what the customer might be looking for, which is nice. And for instance, activity books and coloring books might use the same everything, right? Because these aren't like templated books. These are books that you create all on your own. You design it and everything. So it's not like there's a template for activity books or a template for coloring books. Some companies do that. But so if we go to coloring books, and they have a whole flip through of, it's very, rote. I mean, it's what you think it is. It's just some beauty shots and whatever. But if you look down here, you can see there's a little calculator that shows you exactly, what you can get. I really like this. There's all kinds of things you can get here. And then it even tells you exactly estimated. Sure, that's like saying approximately, exactly, approximately. Yeah, they tell you your shipping, your price for, whatever you want. You put your zip code in. I hope you can see this. Anyway, it's very cool. And I've done this a million times and done different permutations of like pages and paperweights and this and that. And so you can do color, grayscale, orientation, portrait, landscape, see all these different sizes you can get, paper type. Oh, okay. So if you click on paper type for the coloring book, all you get is uncoded, which is exactly correct. So, which is exactly what we want. Oh, wait, uncoded or recycle encoded. So, all right, cool. Paper weight. So I wanted a heavier type of a paper. So I could get 100-pound text. And then you get your binding choices here. They have wire, which is, I think the wire O is the one that has the section that's open, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's not a complete spiral. Anyway, hold on a second. I'll show you what I mean. I think this is wire O. Hold on. I think this is what they mean for wire O, like one of these, like that. See? And then they have spiral, they have staple, which honestly, I always thought like just a stapled might just be kind of cheap, but actually the more I think about it, I mean, cheap is in like not, not a higher level of quality, but the more that I think about it, the more I think staple might be my go-to because I am a lefty and, you know, I like the fact that the spiral's not in the way. I'm not going to do, I think that it will be able to handle the amount of pages I want to do. So that's good. And I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Definitely not perfect. Anyway, this is all neither here nor there. This is all just little things, but cheers. But it's cool. It's like, it's very, very nice website. So just wanted to show you some of their papers. So this is a trifold, 8.5 by 11 trifold brochure. The cover paper is 100-pound satin, and it's really nice. If you can see this in the camera, it's nice and sturdy and velvety, nice velvet touch, satin, beautiful. Printing is lovely. Creases are nice and crisp. Like this is the kind of crease that you get from a professional printer. Like I have a bond folder and I even have I not anymore, but I used to have a paper cutter where I had like a little crease setting that I could put in. But that's a lovely crease. Like the crease that gives you a teeny bit of room, so it's just lovely. So if I did go for the stapled binding, look at how nice it would be. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? It's just like lovely. So this one is the 5.5 by 8.5 booklet. And I actually think this is a really nice size for a little coloring or create activity style book. But I'm planning 8.5 by 11. I wasn't planning this size, but I do really like this size. It's super like cozy in the hand. You can put it in your purse or in your bag. It's beautiful. And then inside, they talk about, they have projects that they show, but they also talk about, paper finishes, gloss laminate, soft touch. They tell you all the information. Talks about spot UV, gloss UV, the different choices that you could get. And while they also display one of their projects, and this is an amazing book, How to Think When You Draw by Lorenz, I think. And I want to get this book now. Apparently it was a Kickstarter project. And Lorenzo. And it's It looks so fun. You're clasping a very rare book edition of How to Think When You Draw, Volume 1. This series is viewed and used for free online every week by hundreds of thousands of artists, from absolute beginners just starting out to seasoned professionals at the world's biggest animation, film, and game studios. I love this. So it's a compendium of all these different lessons, and I think it's amazing and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful and I want it. So, okay. So, for instance, this book is a square 8.5 by 8.5 size case bound book. So, it's, hardcover with 70-pound uncoated paper and matte laminated hardcover. So, it sounds totally tasty and fabulous. And I want it. And I want it. Oh, here we go, a different project. So, oh, look, guide to binding. Oh, yay. So they tell you like the different types of binding. So saddle stitch, that's the staple. I mean, normally I'd be like staple, like, oh, it's so like, not the best. But that's a lovely looking staple. That binding is lovely. And if it fits, I mean, what I would have to do is I would have to try it and test it out and see what the pros and cons of having a stapled, activity. I'm going to call it activity book because it's more than just a coloring book. It will be. It will be a kind of an interactive collaboration. So, because to be able to use different media on it. So, I don't know. I'm a little, I don't know, but I don't want that to be something that is, you know, I don't need any roadblocks in my way. I need to just make decisions. I need to finish the art, make decisions, and go for it. So that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, so it tells you all these different things. And then Enter Shikari is one of the projects. Etherington Brothers is another one of the projects, I think. 11, 12? Or there we go. We printed the UK's most successful comic Kickstarter of all time. That's what this book is, the Lorenzo book we just talked about. Okay, so that is the lovely 5.5 by 8.5 size booklet. So it's cool because on one side they showcase a project, right? But you can still see it's not just the project. You can see that they reformatted it for their sample, right? Because it says Mixam. It's not just all Enter Shikari. It's not just their booklet. It's obviously it's a print showcase. And then the other side, they all have a similar, just same design, and just says, "Hey, this is what you're looking at. This is the types of paper we use. This is what we're doing," and I love it. This one, I really like this paper, this cover. I think I'm going to do this 120. I might do 100-pound uncoated cover paper. And the text, I'm going to do 100-pound text. Because I think I would like to do 120, except I don't think that if I'm going to do a staple binding, I don't think 120 is going to be ideal for that. I think it's going to be hard. I think it's going to be difficult to fold, and I think it's going to potentially not be it's going to limit the amount of pages I can have, which actually isn't too much of a problem because I'm not planning on doing 1,000,000 pages in my book. So I'm thinking 20 to 24 pages maybe, and leave it at that. I usually do, for my coloring books that I've done with KDP, I do 20 one-sided pages. For this, I think around there is good too. But it's going to be so much nicer because it's going to have a better, the binding's going to be nice. It's not going to get in your way. Did we already look at this one? Trifold brochure? Yes, we did. Let's look at the comic. We didn't look at the comic yet. We looked at this. We didn't really look at that one yet. And we did look at the flyer, I think. Anyway, this is a really neat, it's a really neat option company to use. And I've been wanting to try them out for such a long time, and I haven't done it because I've had such like one foot in Amazon and one foot, and I still do. Like I'm not, well, kind of. I'm not, I don't think I'll be publishing more books to Amazon. If I'm being like, that's where I am right now. What's up there is going to stay there. But I don't think I'm going to do any more there. My next ones will be, and I might redo Mindful Mushrooms through Mixam. I haven't decided yet. You know, I'm focused on doing, you know, new ones, and I'm going to leave that one. I actually have a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to, through Amazon, through KDP, so I'm going to, you know, I'm going to watch and wait on that one. Okay, this is a custom comic. 5.4 inches by 8.3 inches. Cover paper, satin, 100 pound. Okay, wait a second. This is cover paper. Yep, 100 pound satin. And then I just want to compare and contrast. This is 80 pound gloss cover. This is 100 pound satin. You can definitely feel the difference. And then we have 120 pound uncoated. So if I use my imagination here and my fingertips to try and feel, this is 80 pound gloss. This is 100 pound satin. The satin is so lovely. And then this is 120 pounds uncoated. I think I will be good. I'll probably go with 120 pound uncoated. It's probably going to be a cost thing though, because this is kind of, it's kind of in between. Like sometimes there's, it's like a law of diminishing returns sometimes with the thickness, because I want the cover to be colorable too, which is kind of fun because it'll be thicker, which is just, it's another fun little texture, right? But, and it's nice to have something that's thicker, but sometimes I feel like it's like better if it's not quite as thick, because it can, you know, it has its limitations as well. So if it's too thick, you know, it's not as pliable, and there's things that you can't do with a thicker paper that you can do with one that's a little bit thinner. So, and I can't really give you a good example right now, because if I was sitting here creating something, then I could, you know, but it's just not coming to me, and I didn't have a list or anything of that. And I didn't know that was going to come up here. So, although it does make sense, right? But yeah, so these are nice. And I really like the I think the staples are beautiful, and quite honestly, I don't think the staple is actually that much less expensive than the coil or the Wire-O. I've done a ton of different price crunching on it, so I don't think I think it's depends on other factors, but not, you know, some of these things are not like a make or break, you know, and some of them are. Okay, what else did we look at? Did we not look at? This is 5x5 booklet. We did look at this. Oh, custom comic. Okay. So for people who might want to do a comic book with them, this cover is satin and it's velvety delicious. It's lovely. Hold on. Let me get a good. This one is satin too. So if you, I'm just going to do this so you can see. If you can, I'm not sure how well you can see this. I'm just trying to get different, trying to hit the light differently for you so you can see the variety, like, so you can see the texture of the paper, not the variety. But you see this one's all printed in colors and it's lovely and beautiful. And this one has just like a bunch of greeny blue, bluey green. And I'll do this so you can see better. So see that. And you can kind of see the texture, the weight of the paper. That's 100 pounds satin. Nice. Look, you can do half fold, Z fold, or trifold. I mean, that's such a lovely, lovely product. Okay, so let's flip into this one. So this page, this has 28 sides. Is that pages? Why are we calling it sides? Oh, okay, I see. We're calling it sides, right? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So when they say sides, they mean the single page. So one page. I mean, so, okay, wait a minute. It's all in the word, right? So a page, a sheet is this, is one. A page is two, right? Double. That's page one, that's page two. So when you hear the word sheet, this is all nomenclature, you know what I'm trying to say. It's a word to describe another word. It's a word to describe the difference between how one word can mean the same thing, two words can mean the same thing, right, or more. So one sheet equals 2 pages equals 2 sides. 2 sides. So let me give you a little bit more of a close-up of the printing quality. And I'm just going to rotate a little so you can see. So just in case you want the credits on this, because this is cool. And you can go onto their website and they have a page where you can order one of these sample packs. So you can have a sample pack and they're free. So you can get this, and very nice. And you can see how the light hits it. So this inside paper is 70 pound satin. So that is the satin paper. And look at the beautiful printing. Now, it doesn't tell you, they have 2 printers, I said before. I'll say it again. They have a digital and then they have an offset. And for smaller jobs, they use the digital. And for larger jobs, they do the offset. And I don't know which printers they used for which papers in this grouping here, in this sample set. But I do really love how they're very transparent about, like, and they give you all the information about, I mean, the only information I'm not seeing is this was printed on, oh, wait a minute, digital versus offset. Let's look there. Digital versus offset. Okay, so let's check this out. So this is page 7. Let's let's go to page 7. And maybe we'll learn a little something about this. Digital versus offsets. So here. We only use high-end digital offset technology to, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. I'm gonna put this down so you can see my little head. I'm just gonna sit down. Hi. Hi. Okay. Oh, sorry, my lamp's in the way. You guys, I'm trying here. I'm working it. I'm working on it. I'm working on my business here. Oh, that's gonna burn your eyeballs out. Move that over there. Oh, that's it. There we go. Okay, better. All right. We only use high-end digital offset technology to deliver exceptional print quality. And due to minimal setup costs associated with digital printing, okay, this is pretty much what you're going to get, like other places too. This technique offers terrific value for small print runs. When you enter your print specs using our online calculator, you'll be shown the method we'll use to print your item. If it's highlighted as HP Indigo, it's digital. Offset. If it's highlighted as Heidelberg, it's offset. But it doesn't say, let's see, I want to see, is there print difference? Is there a difference in quality or in, it's in the technique and apparatus, the difference. Put simply, the difference between digital and offset. But I want to get detailed, guys. What's the details? Digital is best suited for printing small quantities, whereas offset is better for longer print runs. Both offer outstanding color and image quality. Increasing the quantity of your order allows you to access offset printing for a better bulk price. Okay. The digital printing process is generally faster than offset. You probably know this. I knew that because you don't have to make plates, right? Less time and labor are needed in the pre-press process. A digital print job will start days in advance of offset because with offset, special printing plates must be created before the first item can be printed off. So when facing a tight deadline or immediate need, hey, you don't even need to get this book. I'm reading it for you. However, if you go for offset printing, there are a wider variety of different special inks available for use. Okay. Offset printing is also able to cope with the huge print quantities without compromising the quality of print, so it provides superior quality, consistent images. Okay, all right, so it's better. Offset's better. I never have a print order that requires offset for myself. Like, I just don't. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful for you to look through and to see this sample pack from Mixam, Mixam. Check out their website. Not sponsored at all. Just gonna use them for my independently colored coloring. Oh my god! Independently printed, independently published coloring book. I do want to tell you that I have tried Lulu and Blurb. Okay. I've printed with Blurb. Do I have my Blurb? Okay. Was this Blurb? I think this was Blurb. I tried Blurb before. This is, I think, I'm like, I hope it's Blurb. I think it's Blurb. And then Lulu, I used for a personal project, an offline project that I did not share online. It was a book I did of a trip I took with my family. And that came out beautiful. I loved it. It's a beautiful book. This was a sample of a project that I did on Blurb, and it was my 100 days of quotes project. So you can see, let me actually just zoom it up real quick for you here. So the printing was beautiful. This is obviously digital. These are print. These types of books are print on demand, so you don't buy, a quantity at a time, and they don't make it at a time. So this is Premium Magazine Sample by Blurb. So while I'm here, and I have it right here, I think, where did I put it? I just want to show you if I can I find it? I purchased a book. Okay, I don't know where it is. I purchased a book by Lauren Hom, the lettering artist, that she had on Blurb. It was the precursor to me doing this. So I was like, well, I want to order one of these and see how it came out for her on Blurb. And it was beautiful, and I have it. It was kind of what I expected. Like, it's clearly not offset printing, but I did go for the premium, so it's nicer than the standard. The pages are thicker, and it's just more substantial, and it's nice. But anyway, so anyway, this wasn't the entire book or anything. It was just I just did a little sample because I wanted to see, and I didn't have the full book to grab right there, but I actually wasn't even going to grab that, but there we go. So let's draw a picture for the next half hour. I'm going to draw another rose from my book. I'm starting to get really excited about my book, about trying Mixam, about my book, and about doing more with them, because I did thumbnails and a whole layout for another book that it's like so cute. Oh my gosh, I would love to grab it and show you. Oh my god, where is it? Maybe I'll do it on another stream this week or something, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about this book, about the art. It's going to be in my dreams, because it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to be 8x8 or 8.5 by 8.5, and it is this sweet, cute little kitty cat character that is, hold on, I'm going to show you something. Oh, this is my mushroom glass. Sorry, hold on. Sticker sheet. Here we go. Kind of similar to these guys. And it's kitties in a garden, in a night garden. And oh my gosh. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. And I can't wait to do it. But I'm going to do my rose book first. Because I wanted to do something that I would be doing with you guys. And when I started doing live streaming, I literally wasn't even thinking about the cat book, the kitties in the garden book, because I had like an experience earlier this year. I've mentioned this a little bit. I mean, I had been this, and this ties right in with the whole Mixam thing, obviously. I'm gonna find a page to draw. Not a page to draw. I'm gonna find a flower to draw. That one's pretty. This one looks kind of tropical. Actually, it's beautiful. Sweet. Okay. So I published another book through Amazon KDP this year, and I was just so disappointed in, oh my god, look at this. Look at this flower. That is beautiful. I was so disappointed in the quality that it was kind of it was kind of like the nail in the coffin for me with publishing more books on KDP. I was just like, they're never going to serve me and my customers the way that I think we deserve to be served. And I mean, as a company, obviously, I think the people that work there that I've dealt with have been great, really great. I mean, greater than you would think, considering the machine that KDP is. Um, really nice people, really helpful. Um, I've had nothing but good, you know, but good customer service from them. That's a beauty too. And this is too. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that is delightful. I want to lie down in a bed of these. Okay. Hybrid spinosissima. So yeah, I just kind of made an executive decision finally. I mean, sometimes it takes me a while to like make the hard decision. Sometimes you face a challenge and it's like too much for you to process. And so you switch gears to something else and you know, you take a little break on one I'm talking about me. Sometimes I let me reframe this. Sometimes I will run into a wall and I will have indecision and then I will switch to another project that I know I can get moving quicker because I'm stuck in decision making on the first thing. And I think that happened with me for a long time with my coloring books with Amazon. I had problems for years. I mean, this is when I buy them to sell them myself, um, in my Etsy shop. And, um, when I would buy bulk orders of my books for selling retail or wholesale, not, they're still up on Amazon. They're still up as listings on Amazon. You can still buy them there, and that's not changing. But in terms of like using them in that way, is like it's very it can be very unsettling because you don't really know what you're going to get all the time, and you can't like run your business like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I finally just had to. This is like I was stuck in a sort of a limbo for a long time with that, where I kind of put off doing my own projects to self-publish because you know, I found I had other things to do. I just would do that, and I finally was like, I really want to continue on my journey with publishing, and I can't do it with Amazon, with KDP. I just can't do it. I can't continue and do it. I can leave what I have up there because it's fine. It's up there. It's algorithmed and everything like that. It's listings and they're up there. But the last book I'm putting up there is what I put up there this year, which was Mindful Mushrooms, and it's up there right now. And I love the book, but Amazon just, come on, guys. That kind of sums it up. Come on, guys. That's how I sum it up. That's the sum of my feelings. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. So, and I've said this before in other lives. Anyway, on to other topics. So I am going to a gallery show today, and my 12:30 live has been canceled, but I will be back tomorrow at both 10 a.m. live and at 12:30 for a quiet live, which has sometimes been starting to be a little less quiet. If there's questions and conversation happening, then I will concur and join in on that. But yeah, so I'm going to a art show today, and I'm gonna tell you about it tomorrow. I'm very excited about it, and I would tell you now, but it's really the only reason I'm not is more like it's more like a just kind of keep some things to yourself kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like not put it on the internet. And then tomorrow I'll talk about it. So I'm excited to go. And I really look forward to talking to you about it once I'm back. But I'm also babysitting dogs this weekend, which I'm very, 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 very excited about because I love my little niece and nephew dogs so much. So super excited. And they're coming at like 10:30, which is why I moved today's live to 9 o'clock. But it's not a bad thing for me to do because it's nice to try a different time, And I've been very much doing the, I've been very much into the keeping the same time, which is great, but of 10 o'clock and then 12:30. But I'm just going to look up this flower so I have some more reference on my iPad. Rawlings gold. But I mean, it's a good thing to like try different times too, to like do a different time and see, if somebody else is around, like just see what other people are out there at that time because I might make some new friends, right? Rawlings gold rose. Let's see. Let's see what we got. See what we got. Okay, good. Let's go to images. And okay, there's our images for the Frillings Gold Rose. And now we have more. So I don't, and I say this all the time because I just want people to know that I do use, what's interesting? I use what I'm trying to say. Let me finish my thought before I go into another. I like to use several photo reference and not just one when I draw because I don't want to infringe on anybody's copyright. And I also, two reasons, and I also think that you don't get the whole picture when you see just one picture, unless you're doing it like, unless you're drawing from a photo specifically for a specific reason and usage and you want to really, emulate that exact photo, use lots of reference because you're not going to get all the different angles and stuff. If you're just like drawing an avocado and you're working from one avocado picture, get you're going to get like a fraction of what an avocado is like. There's lots of different varieties of avocado. It looks different in different light. There's different look at the bumps on the surface look different in different light. Some don't have that. Different times an avocado when it ripens, it looks different. The texture of it changes. So you know, like all these little factors like leaves. You know, maybe you won't see the leaves on the tree of the avocado in many pictures. You know, maybe you want to add some leaves in there. Maybe you want to see what the branches look like. You know, all these things. So it's like you're like a little investigator. It's fun. So that's like that's how I approach it. And it also keeps you from, you know, copying anything specifically, which is good. And also, like, I like to put it into my own composition. So you're not like copying a composition that you see. No, you're creating your own and you're using different reference pieces to draw from. What I was going to say about this flower now, the picture in here. Oh, that's why. Okay, this book is confusing me because I thought this guy, this Frellings, okay, let me move this up. I thought the Frellings gold, right? This here, I thought this was referring to this, and it's not. The Stanwell Perpetual. No, wait a minute. It says up. Okay, this book is wrong. Okay, hold on. Book, you're wrong. You're wrong, book, because this is the Frellings gold. Okay, and this, oops, this flower is this flower. This flower, this flower is the same type of flower as this flower. But look, this flower is not the same type of flower as this flower. And it's very visibly obvious if you look at the petals, because this flower is not, this is like a double or a triple bloom, right? Petals, like a, I mean, look at that. It's full of petals. This guy is not full of petals. This guy has a row here, and then he has a row there, unless the photo person got really excited in Photoshop and decided to start deleting rows of petals. Let's look up, just for kicks, the Stanwell Perpetual, because I want to see if, you know, the photo is the issue. Stanwell Perpetual. Because it could be that. Stanwell Perpetual Rose. Oh, wait a minute. This is the Stanwell Perpetual Rose. Okay. What I'm discovering is I think that the person whoever picked this photo or retouched this photo had a little too much fun in Photoshop, because this did not look like the Frellings Gold picture that I just was pulled up, but it does look like, actually, now I'm seeing there are other Frellings Gold. Maybe the picture that I saw, maybe the picture that I picked up a minute ago of the Frellings Gold was actually something else, because now these are all looking light, but the one that I showed before had a lot of petals, and these all look like more like this. So, okay, let's blame Google. I'm blaming Google. So this is the Frellings Gold, and this is that, and that matches that. Oh, that matches that. So that's good. Let me, 9:53. How much can we get done in 5 minutes? Let's do okay. First, I got to do a little bit of erasing because I don't want to be looking at that. So I'm going to have to find a solution for my live stream. I need to find a solution. Yep. Okay, for my live streaming, so I can have a platform. So if you have any thoughts or prayers, no, if you have any thoughts on that, if you have any suggestions, if you have some places that I should check out, please let me know because I've looked at StreamYard, which kind of fits me in terms of like simplicity. Like, I don't need something where you have a lot of like interactive like animations and stuff like that. Like, Streamlabs I found to be very gaming forward, and I don't need that kind of functionality. I just want something that's more, you know, that does have more functionality and is more like interactive with you guys, that um but it doesn't have to be anything, nothing wild and gamey. Just I just would like to have a few different scenes that I could do, like so I could show a reference material, I could show another camera angle and flip in between and have a little headshot of myself here for you. So, and then, potentially have the chat. So, if you have any suggestions on ones that I should look at that are not out of budget. So, my budget was I didn't want to do my kind of hard line budget would be, and I don't even want to pay this, but it would be like $25 a month, but I don't want to pay that either. Like, that's more than I want to pay. I was thinking, I don't want to pay anything. I tried OBS Studio, but it didn't work for me, um, unless I was doing it wrong. But I think that it's buggy with my iPhone cameras because I don't think I was doing anything wrong with the setup. I just really don't. I totally could have been. I Maybe there's something I didn't know. Maybe there's like a trick that I wasn't aware of, but yeah, it didn't work for me. I got a lot of like a lot of pixely crap, and just really unpleasant and not happening. So um, that's that's like where I'm at. So this is a solution for the moment. Doing a little iPhone in the corner with my head on it, but it's not very elegant and it's not a long-term solution. So I made this decision to look because I'm like, okay, I'm not like I'm not stopping live streaming. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is sticking. Whether I will stay with 2 times a day or change my schedule is another, that's to be down the road. For now, I'm doing twice a day. I've been doing it for 6 weeks. So, that's not changing until I say so, and it might at some point, um, but for now, it is what it is. It's staying as it is, and that's great. But I'm not like I'm not stopping. Is what I'm saying. Like, this is not stopping. So I need to seek out options, and so far, I just need to stay on it because it's I need to stay on the curious train and see what I can find, see where it leads me, because I do really want to level up my streams, the experience for you, that's very important. And I feel like it's fine to take a minute and to, um, you know, take a minute and not go back to the hunt, because it takes a lot of time and energy to be looking for options and to be testing out options. And I did that earlier this week, and a couple of my streams got smushed from it. And it sort of like knocks you off balance a little bit, from your main goals, like it just made it so it was harder for me to, when something is taking up your focus, it takes away focus from other parts. So that is, something that happens when you're, obsessed with finding a streaming platform to work for you. I mean, I wouldn't be averse to like trying something for like a month while I look for other things, but I don't want to pay like $45 a month. I just don't. I don't. I thought StreamYard was $20 a month, and I was like, okay, I can do that while I try and set up, OBS or whatever. And then I went back to the website after, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought this was $20 a month. It's like 35 if you pay the yearly, and it's 45 or something if you pay monthly. Like that's not gonna happen. So, kind of like a back at square one thing. And it does matter, it does matter like who you try first, and if something serves your needs, and if it's easy enough for you to set up, and if it works, um, you're more prone to go back to the place that you first tried, because you're like, okay, well, I've done that before. So now I know how to do it. I'm talking about StreamYard. So I'm like, okay, I did it. I was successful, and I want to go with them because it's got stuff I need. It doesn't give me too many things to think about. You know, it's not going to be like, I'm not going to get, what's the word I'm looking for? When you get anxiety over too many decisions. Um, you know what I'm talking about. So it doesn't, not going to give me that. I I can set this up easy. I can add different, it's easy for me to do the things that I need to do, and it's not giving me it's not giving me more options than, than I can, like, than my brain can handle. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, you are like more apt to go back to something like that, like to look there first, right? And yeah, it just is a bummer when it's like when you're priced out and you're just like, no, like that's just not that's not good that's not like for me. And why can't there be, and maybe there is somewhere like a platform that is for me, that is like for my needs, you know? It gives you what you need for where you are at a reasonable price, and then, you know, why? Can we have this, please? So, last week I was talking about books. I was talking about, actually, not books. I was full side. Yes, I was talking about books, but I was talking about on the um, Van Gogh drawing stream. I was talking about my art teacher, Nathan Goldstein. And so after that stream, I went and found a couple of his books, used on eBay. And I did put some of his books in my Amazon store if you want to look up the titles and all that. But let me just grab, hold on, let me just grab them. So here's one of them. And I was thinking that I should do a stream and talk about a little bit about the way that he teaches um, and some of his books, because it's basically like, how like when you have a teacher and they basically teach kind of, it's kind of like who who do you whose personality do you like to learn from? That's kind of because a million people teach the same things, right? So it's kind of like the question is who do you vibe with, right? And whose teaching style do you vibe with the best, for lack of a better word. So I kind of see that in the way of his books too, because not only did I think he was a great teacher, but he also, like, when you look at the big picture, a lot of these concepts are they're similar concepts, or they're the same concept put into a different bucket. Like the same concept put into another um, mold, right? So you're talking figure drawing, you're talking um, about drawing from life, like um, objects and whatnot, like still lifes and stuff like that. So it's like a different, or you're talking about design and composition and value. And like these are like concepts that continuously flow through every single, thing that he teaches. So whether he's doing figure drawing, still life, um, like this one is the art of responsive drawing. So he talks about it all, but he talks about those concepts in reference to this and that and this and that. And what are we talking about? You know, the same concepts over and over, but just in a different, put into a different mold. So I thought it might be kind of fun and like honoring him too, because he was such a great teacher and he was amazing. And I think he should be more widely known because he was great. Um, anyway, beside the point, I thought it might be a good idea to talk about some of his books. I only collected one so far. I have one more in the mail. And then I also wanted to share this artist, Betty Edwards, which has everybody ever, like, does everybody know this book? Because this is like one of those classics, right? This is like one of those books that's everybody's seen or heard of. And when I was in school, everybody was reading this book and doing the lessons in these books. And I just started reading. I got Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain too, and this is the one that I started reading yesterday. Um, and I have to tell you, like, I learn better in a class setting. So I do appreciate the books very much. Um, but like with Nathan Goldstein, like his books were my textbooks in school, but he really got through to me in person in the class. So that was sort of like what I'm trying to say is maybe it wouldn't have resonated as much. His lessons in his books, if I had not been taught by him in person. It's just a thought. Yeah. So sometimes books are not, sometimes people need different methods to first break through a learning ability, um, and then you can sort of soak in a book better, you know? And I feel like that's where I was with the Betty Edwards books because I had them, but did I read them? I don't know that I read them, you know? But I did start reading this yesterday. And I would really like to read, absorb, highlight, and then maybe bring you guys a few of these concepts of Betty's to the table here in my live streams. So I thought that might be fun and interesting and get a lot of um, get a lot out of that. I think I will um, because I don't remember reading them, even though I'm sure I read bits here and there. But I'm also sure that I was, 18 or 19 years old, and my, you know, my ability to focus on the book was probably not great when I wanted to just draw a picture, you know. So, oh, back in the day before the internet's right. Back in the day before the internet. Okay. Frolling. So this is called Frolling's Gold. So I have to hang it up very shortly because my doggy nephew and niece are coming shortly. They're gonna be here. And I'm just gonna draw out the name and then we can work with it later. I think I will probably ink this tomorrow. I think I'm probably gonna ink it. I'm just guessing. I'm gonna ink this tomorrow afternoon, probably. I'm not at yeah, like in the afternoon stream. Sorry. I think I'm probably gonna ink it at 12:30 because I know that tomorrow I'm gonna talk about the show I'm going to today, and I think that might become a different. If I do draw tomorrow, I think it's gonna be a different piece of art. Without saying too much, I just want to tell you that. Might be something else that I'm gonna draw. If I draw, I'm not sure I'm gonna draw. It will be a show and tell tomorrow, like it was today with the Mixam stuff, but it's gonna be a show and tell with talking about the show I'm going to today and some of that art. Rollings L I N. This is an interesting word, right? Is this German or? Oh, I'm sorry. I just moved you. I just banged you. I'm gonna actually move you down a little bit like this. You guys, I got this amazing, 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 amazing phone holder. It's new. I got this new amazing phone holder. Camera holder, phone holder. And it's from I have two now. This is one too. This is a canvas. Oh, I'm not in frame anymore. There I am. Can you see me? There. Excuse me. Maybe you can't see me. There we go. Is that better? I got it from Canvas. Canvas lamp. The Canvas lamp people. They really got it going on. Rolling. I really, really love them. They're just amazing. Best phone holders I've ever had. And I'm so impressed that I am very tempted to try their mic. They have a microphone and other products of theirs. I would totally do it just because I have such faith in the company. I think they're great. I'm going to do that just to give it a little bit of. Okay, so this. Okay, we're going to close this out. So let me just do this. I'm going to just go back to here because we're going to say goodbye. And I'm just going to say my goodbyes to you now because it's that time. I have to go. My little doggy friends are going to be here soon. And I'm excited to babysit them. And I will see you tomorrow after I have a artistic cultural experience today at this show, and then tomorrow I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm excited because I already have like things I want to talk to you about connected to the show I'm going to today. So it'll be fun, and I hope you come back and join me tomorrow. Hey, let me know in the comments if you like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock a.m. If you would be so inclined to come back, would it be at 9 or at 10? Let me know. I'm curious. I've been doing this for 6 weeks. I am not planning on stopping, and I am very interested in what you guys think in terms of time frame. And then tomorrow I'll be here at 10 and at 12:30 p.m. So would love to see you. And at 12:30 I'll be inking this one in. And yeah, like and subscribe, please, if you like this. And I will see you tomorrow, maybe. I would love that. So have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye.